I'm going to make a little pinched, just to have something pinched. I'm going to make a little pinched butter dish, quite like this one. We'll do an elliptical bud vase, which this is the closest thing I have. This is actually a candle holder. I was inspired by the daffodils one year, but the bud vase is more like this, basically this shape, and so it darts on two sides of the pot, but it's lower darts and upper darts, whereas the cream pitcher is going to just be one set of darts, so the floor will be wide. We have two darts. You're talking about a pot that has a definite front and a definite back. And when it's got 4 darts or 3 darts or anything more than 2, it's more to be seen in the round. So this pot, you know, this foot was added on. So if you can imagine, this was started as a cylinder, and it's 1, 2, 3, 6 darts. I just start with a pound and 3/4 of clay. So you see, clay is made up out of particles, little flat platelets, and getting them to tangle and mix. Any of you do felted wool? Mm-hmm. Like the more tangled you can make it, the stronger it's going to be. It's the same thing with clay. So the more you can turn it over, and I love the marks of the making. I love all the marks of the making. And so I don't try to get those out on these butter dishes. Now that I've held it out. I am now pushing the wall down into the floor. So first I take it down into the floor, and then I take it up into the wall. Alright, I'm going to just let that stiffen up a bit and come back to it. Next thing I'm going to talk about is really rolling the slab. The thinner the slab, the more skill is required to handle it. So if you're more towards the beginner, then work with a thicker slab. A straight line across the bottom. And then I measured 6.5 inches over here, and I marked it, and I measured 6.5 inches over here and marked it. And so with those 2 marks, I could lay the ruler across and get a line that was perfectly parallel to my first line. The preliminary steps to creating a slab-built pot are establishing your foundation, and making errors in measurement early on is going to create a pot that's tilted, you know. With something that's got double darts, like the vase, you're going to be working on the floor first, so the rim goes down. First I'm just tacking it together, giving it a little bit of that movement, and then I'm really doing that, pushing it this way. I'm not just pushing it against itself. So at first I mark the ends, and I also look at the whole thing and I mark the middle. Because I'm gonna draw darts first, and if I don't know where the middle is, you can really make it cattywampus, which I think is a Bill Daly word. The other thing is, take away less material than you think you need to. Make your dart smaller than you think you need to, because you can always take more away, but you can't add it back in. And so here we go. I'm going down. I'm on an angle.
Thank you, beveled. It's beveled.
I'm beveled. I'm going straight down, and then I'm curving in. And see how this thing is leaning? I have to straighten that out because it's warping the pot in order to make my other cut. I turned the knife over. I came down, and then I turned the knife over at the bottom, and I'm coming up. And because once I close this, I won't be able to get my hand in, I'm just going to go up 1/3 of the way on the other side so that I can reinforce the joint from the inside. See how much that's pushed in to start? If I didn't do that, then that joint would be weak right there, and there could be a little hole even.
Turn around one more time for you.
Okay. I see my darts were pretty big, and my foot consequently is pretty small. Opportunities present themselves design-wise with hand building that I find very exciting. And I decided I wanted it to be flat. And so what I do is I hold a steady hand, a steady eye, and I just make a mark. Because it's so soft, see I'm taking my hand inside sometimes, it's just to support that slab. So I can cut it, just cut the little extra off. So that foot, this is a custom made foot for this pot. It's exactly, the template is the foot. So you see it created a mark. And I just have to take a little bit extra. I have to just draw like, you know, a 16th or an 18th of an, a 16th or an 1/8 of an inch outside of my line. This is super soft clay, but I'm still going to give it the assistance of a little bit of water. So there's my foot. It fits perfectly because it was made from the pot's profile. I first go straight down to attach it, and I get rid of all those little finger marks, and then I go around the rim. I like to give it some reinforcement, which will be very hard to see, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a coil between the floor and the wall, and it's quite the same thing that I did on that little tray.